He says, "Hey Bradley, I've changed the page URLs for all my pages, for all my pages on my website except the homepage. When I submitted the URLs in Search Console to be inspected and indexed, 4 of the pages have 500 errors. The error message is page fetch error, failed, server error 500, indexing allowed, not available. How do I determine what is the cause for this and how to fix it? The URLs work when manually entered into the browser and the redirects work. Thanks." So do you have any idea what could be causing that? Because I have no idea.
It's a condition probably in the HT access file. He's gonna have to check that is
Okay.
preventing the server from. So there's a request that's being sent. The server is not fulfilling the request. There's something in HT access. I don't think it would be robots txt, but there's something about those specific URLs because there's only 4 of them that are
Yeah.
preventing the server from fulfilling the request. There's a call, but it isn't coming back. So you have to go into the server actually and see. Maybe you can look uh, at the error log and see what the call is doing. So when you do the call to the page, what does it do? Because you can paste it manually, and it opens and redirects. Maybe I'm not sure if you're using a WordPress plugin or what it is that you're coding on, but if it's WordPress, it could be the plugin. It could be an extra character in the URL. I mean, you have to check it really carefully to see which or what is it that's preventing the URL from or the request from being fulfilled. Usually an additional character, a space, something that you did with the URL that you weren't supposed to do.
And Greg did reply in chat that it is him, Greg Pippen. He said, "Yep, it's Greg Pippen." So, and I thought that was him. Yeah, and Greg, if you're using a good host, I can't remember. I feel like you had switched to WPX, and their support is fabulous. So if it is potentially a server error, like Marco said, which I would tend to agree. And what I would do is just because I'm not going to look in the error logs personally because I don't understand that shit. I would just contact support at the WPX and ask them like, "Hey, look, this is specifically what I'm getting from Google from a redirect. Can you check the server and tell me if it's misconfigured somehow?" And they might if they'll do it. They'll look for you, and if it's on the server end, they'll fix it. If it's on the WordPress side, they might even be able to identify it and tell you that, and then tell you where to go to fix it within WordPress because their support is really really good. So
And if you act really dumb, they'll ask you for the logins. Go in and do it.
WPX will often do that
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. He says WPX, yes. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would contact them. And Hernan, you remember WPX, right? Because that was Terry Kyle. He's still managing all that shit too.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I need to email Terry. Now
Yeah.
that you mentioned, I'm gonna send him an email. But that's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's great that of course there's some, as you mentioned, there's some people that they just leave the industry or they just go do something else. But there's some really solid players that are still at it, like
Yeah.
Terry. I know he was like, fantastic.
Oh, he was
And then
he was like a legend in the SEO industry back around 2010 timeframe. If you guys remember, Terry Kyle was big name. He did a lot of affiliate stuff, way more than local, but he still has WPX hosting, blue chip backlinks, Cloud Boss. He's still got a bunch of stuff that he's doing, man. I use a lot of his stuff. So even all these years later, man. So awesome. Well, thanks, Mark. Appreciate you chiming in on that.